Welcome back, Cavs fans. Big win. If this is your first time here, definitely stick around. I'm going to try and do these after every game, especially after the big ones. And I felt like tonight was a big one. If you see that thumbnail, you see my stupid ass face on it. Click on this video after the game because it's going to be a good one. But Cavs get a big win over the Pacers. Much needed win. This team has just been up and down and up and down and up and down recently. And behind, honestly, could be I would say, best performance from Karis LeVert ever. I know that Celtics game where he had 41 was really good, but this is when you also had Donovan Mitchell going for 41. So now you're getting a Karis LeVert who's basically putting the team on his back because Darius did not have a great game by his standards, I would say. Um, in this one, he had missed a ton of open shots, couple layups, some bad turnovers. But Karis LeVert with 23, 8 and 11, 7 of 15, 11 free throw attempts. Just like really intense defense at all times. Started the game on Aaron Nesmith, floated around and ended the game guarding Tyrese Halliburton. Absolutely clamped and blocked a three at the end of the game. Like just really all around one of the best Karis LeVert games ever. I know he's a roller coaster in himself, but this season he's really been steady for us for the most part. Obviously, he still has some Karis moments, but like overall, and especially this game, man, just really, really special. The Cavs just really had a hard time rebounding in this game. I know that you'll look at the end, we'll say 51-54 in favor of the Pacers, but they just had so many second chances in that first half. And then JB went, screamed them out in the fucking huddle or timeout with about like 7 minutes, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, came back and fucking brought this game to be basically as close to a tie ball game, 54-54, yeah, tie ball game at halftime. So that was a huge. They held them to 5+ minutes, no scoring, and honestly, really surprised. I wasn't like a huge fan of this. Like I didn't think it really meant anything. I know it's only a 10-day, but Marcus Morris fucking balled the fuck out today. 14 and 4, 5 of 7 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3. Obviously, that's not going to happen every game. He's not going to shoot 80% from 3. But for a guy that's just came off his couch for a month and to come in and play real minutes while getting to the team today, really impressive. And I think he's a guy that we could definitely see come playoff time, who has a little bit of experience, who is not going to be, as Jared Allen would say, the lights were not going to be too bright for him. And I just really liked his intensity. Tristan Thompson had a good game. Drew a couple of fouls on trying to grab some offensive rebounds. That's always clutch second chance. Isaac Okoro, kind of a quiet night, but on offense, but held Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, he had 14, 6, and 12, but he was 4 of 14, 1 of 9 from 3. So, I mean, that's as good a job as you can possibly do. The Karis LeVert, Isaac Okoro defensive combo is just proving to be one of the most underrated like defense wing rotations in the league right now. And Pascal Siakam had a pretty solid game. I felt like everything he threw up was just going in. 9 of 18, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 of 4 from the line. Like he just kept attacking and attacking, and that was what was really concerning. I don't have the paint points here, but I know they definitely probably won it. They were getting anything they wanted inside, and I understand why, because George Niang's playing your 4, and he can't jump any more than me. But George Niang, I felt like played solid. He was bodying people up. That late foul call was terrible. The refs, I'll touch on them in a second, but like I just don't. Karis LeVert, man, just really, really, really good game. Definitely led us to victory, no doubt. Game got tough in the end. He had a like 8 to 12 footer that he missed that I thought was good, but then he made that tough fall away on the baseline. That was a really, really clutch shot, obviously, and just really great execution. I was watching JJ Redick talk on his pod with Devin Booker about how they were saying, why do teams just matchup hunt at the end of games instead of just running the normal offense? And the Cavs kind of got stuck in that. They didn't score for like 3 minutes straight. And then the last play, they double teamed Darius on the ball. He threw it over the top to JA, and then you had your wide open layup for Isaac Okoro to seal the game. Like, I don't understand why we just have to get into this mode of letting just Darius or Karis ISO. I mean, obviously when Donovan Mitchell's here, it's a different story, but still, this team's more than talented enough to be able to go and create a shot through an offense. Because our offense, when we run it, is not terrible. It's bad right now, but with Donovan Mitchell on the floor, it's a great offense. It really, really is. So right now I understand, but it's only going to help the guys to be running an actual offense because right now it seems like none of them can really isolate too well. So that's one thing. But I mean, 108, 103, holding the Pacers to 103 points in itself is just a massive credit to you. They shot 9 of 38 from three. So way to run them off the line. There was one possession where I got so fucking hyped. Um, they were swinging it around. Isaac and Karras and J.A. were just scrambling in like a triangle for like 20 seconds straight. Oh, it was so elite. And then Jarrett came back around, had a late contest, forced a missed layup. Like it was just masterful defense. Like that's why you have the number 2 defense in the NBA. Like right there. That is the reason why, because these guys actually try. And that's why the Pacers are bottom 10 in defense. Still scoring 108 against them is not good, though. This offense still looks a little concerning. I think we would have had a lot more buckets, to be honest, because there's at least 5 travels called on the Cavs with not a single one on the Pacers. It felt like there was a couple times I'm looking at my screen. I'm like, that's travel. That's travel. If you're calling them, fucking call it. And they just weren't calling them for the Pacers. There was one at the end of the game. Tyrese traveled. And Darius got called for a travel late in the game, which would have been an easy layup or a lob to Jared Allen. George Niang got called for one. Isaac got called for one on a rebound. Like, it was just wild. The refs just honestly seemed like they wanted the Pacers to win. Like, they had money on them or something. I don't know. But, like, they were really trying to control the game, and it was pissing me off. But, I mean, hey, the refs are going to be the refs. You can't control what they're going to do. You can only control what you're going to do. But this team had a really, really solid game. It was a must-needed win because now we go into a tough 3-game stretch here. We got Miami twice and Minnesota. 2 on the road. One, we get Miami at home on the first one on Wednesday. So that's got to be a win. We need to keep stacking these wins because the East is getting close. It's getting really, really close. As of right now, the Cavs are 1 game back of the Bucks. So if they lose and we win, we also have the tiebreaker over them for the rest of the season. So as long as we handle our business and they lose one more and we just match them game for game, we get the 2 seed. And that's what I want. As long as we're in the 2-3, it's okay. 2 seed is what I really, really want. I don't want to be on the same side as Boston. And I don't want to see like the Knicks or something in the first round. I would rather see them later on. I want to get just the playoff win feeling through the guys first. But as of right now, we would be playing the Pacers in the first round. So beating them without Donovan Mitchell is impressive. I'm excited for this team, and I'm looking to get back to this 2 seed. But yeah, just really, really impressive win. Let's string together some of these things. And then once we get through that tough 3-game stretch, we open up. We get 2 games versus the Hornets and 1 at home versus the Sixers. Those have to all be wins. And hopefully by that time, Donovan Mitchell's back. Obviously, that's the big question mark. But as of right now, I think the Marcus Morris signing is going to prove to be really, really valuable for us. I could see late in games, if he's having a good one, that he's going to probably replace George Niang in some of those moments especially since Dean Wade is still out. I think he's just basically a more efficient offensive player and a slightly worse defensive player than Dean Wade. So I don't know who you would rather play. I think come playoff time, I'd lean Marcus Morris because the experience and the veteran aspect of it. But hey, we'll see. But yeah, that's this game. I'll probably do another one of these after the Miami game because I'm going to keep bringing you guys these until the playoffs. And if you guys want, if you made it this far, first of all, appreciate the fuck out of it. Sub, please. And if you guys want, I'll live stream like me watching the Cavs games in the playoffs if you want. And if you guys want it, I will bring it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and peace. Go Cavs.